Hello, everyone, and welcome to this extremely belated episode. Um, I know I've been away for a long time, but I realized that I really like talking, like just talking. It's something which is like my thing. And maybe this makes me an uber nerd, but even in class, I like talking to the professors. I like discussing things over. And yeah, so I felt like coming back and creating another episode on yet another extremely important topic. It's a topic of um, a particular video game that has captured the attention of Pakistan, and a video game that has been the subject of a lot of controversy. Of course, I am talking about the mobile shooter game PUBG. I think it is absolutely absurd that that the boomer generation would think that some video game is the cause of so many ills in society, right? I was on Facebook and I just saw this anchor talking about how a 15-year-old kid, he wasn't allowed to play PUBG by his family, and so what he did was that he got a real gun and he shot his mother and his sisters, and he was trying to kill his brother as well, but the brother escaped. And then the 15-year-old kid shot himself, right? He committed suicide after killing his mother and three sisters. That makes no sense. All right. When people say things like this, it is actually just a test of one's own intelligence and possession of common sense. Do you think that if someone prohibited you from playing a particular video game or using a particular lipstick or going to a particular place, that you would kill them? That makes no sense. That is absolutely absurd. And this sort of whole conspiracy theory around PUBG that it somehow controls the minds of people. You just go on the television and the way the media talks about PUBG is as if it is some sort of revolutionary immersive technology that puts you in the foot of the character that you're operating in the game, right? It's not like that. It's a horrible video game, absolutely horrible. It has poor graphics, right? It has very average weapons. It has a very basic sort of objective, which is like a sort of king on the hill sort of campaign, and that is it, right? There are so many video games that are more violent and that have more disturbing themes, and that's perfectly fine. All right, that's perfectly fine. Video games are a way for you to vent your frustrations. They are a way for you to try and like let it loose, right? So you can just get rid of all the stress that you've piled up after a week, and you boot up your game and voila, you're fine again. So video games being violent is not a problem. This has been a huge debate ever since games like Doom and Wolfenstein have hit the market, right? They've been around since the 90s, and the US Congress and now local governments around the world are thinking about video games and trying to legislate them. And there is still no conclusive research that video games cause violence. Absolutely no conclusive research, just guesses and just people trying to play on the insecurities of parents about how video games are affecting their children. There is absolutely no research to back the claims that are made about video games. So like I've said, this whole campaign that PUBG is some sort of extremely violent new revolutionary technology that sort of inhibits your ability to think, it's utter and sheer crap. All right, that is not how the video game works. Just play Red Dead Redemption 2, all right, or GTA 5, and you will see a world that is 100 times more immersive. You will find a story that is much more interesting than PUBG, and you'll just get a better experience. People play those video games, right? People have been playing those video games for a long time, and nothing bad has happened, right? They haven't committed mass shootings or anything. I've played Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City, Vice City, Red Dead Redemption, right? I don't want to go and slaughter real people. That's not something which is on my mind. It's not something which I think is something I'd like to do. And I've been reading on this too, right? There's a book called Masters of Doom. All right, I suggest you guys check it out if you're interested in the history of video gaming, and it really details how sort of video games are scapegoated um, as a sort of means to avoid confronting larger issues. Let's go back to the kid who killed his mother and three sisters, right? That kid didn't do it for a video game. He must have had long standing mental issues that no one wanted to diagnose, right? He must have had issues that no one wanted to understand and just blamed it on some video game, right? There is no suicide note that I left that the reason he killed all those people was because he wasn't allowed to play a video game, right? This is just wild guesses, right? The police arrives at the scene of the crime, and the neighbors are like, "That kid, he liked playing PUBG," and then that is how um, that is how the official narrative is built, that this killed his family because of some video game. No, these are long-seated societal issues that need to be addressed, right? Mental health and that sort of stuff. Um, and we cannot just scapegoat some video game for that, right? That makes absolutely no sense. That is absurd. And this is really important because the general narrative around such things, it actually affects policy making, right? So just last year at the height of the pandemic, right, in like May or June of 2020, the High Court of Lahore, they the National Cyber Agency, right, the agency that basically deals with matters of the internet and censorship, they actually blocked access to PUBG from Pakistan, right? They blocked access to the video game because they thought it was some sort of mind-bending sort of psychic state-inducing sort of a game that sort of literally took over people's brains and sort of made them like the host of parasites and made them act that way. And so they banned the video game at the height of the pandemic, right? This was a time when people needed video games the most. They were locked inside their rooms. Wanted social connections. People wanted to talk to other people, to feel as if they were part of a larger community. And the video game that they all love to play, is probably the most popular free-to-play video game on mobile in the country, it was banned, right? So I just felt that was a huge travesty of, civic freedoms. It was a trampling of free internet, of values that we claim, that we hold dearly, and I just think that's very sad. So blaming PUBG is not going to solve anything, guys, right? Next time someone tells you that something bad happened because of a video game, just don't believe them. All right, that's all you can do. Just know you're better than that, right? And know that this is just absolutely something that makes no sense whatsoever. And I guess that is it for now, and I'll catch you guys again, hopefully very soon. Bye.